All right, so to make this thing work, so as you drag this out, you get multiple bristles in there as a curve, which you can then come back and edit. I want to switch this brush to a curve mode. So first I'm going to just dock my brush menu over here on the left, and I'm going to dock the stroke menu. So to do that, I'm just going to come down and turn on curve mode. And this controls the step, and let's see, I want to make sure I've got symmetry turned off first, just so you can kind of see what's going to happen here as I drag this out. You see it kind of dropping points every so often, and then when I let go, you see it'll leave a bristle there, and I can then come in and just kind of reposition things along that curve as I want. Move the curve around. And that helps sometime to be in an orthographic view to get a sense of what's going to happen with these. But right now it looks like my length is okay, my spacing is a little bit fat, so what I'll probably want to do is change the curve step. I probably want to make it a little bit smaller so that I get a closer step in there. So and I want to turn symmetry on so I can get lines on both sides. So let's see, to do all that, or to get rid of all of this, let's see, let me drop down here and go to my curve, and just going to delete it. Oh, that just drops it. So here, let me undo. Working with curves can be a exercise in undo. I can show you some methods if you really get hosed with them to get rid of them. But so we'll turn symmetry back on, and probably what's going to happen is this thing is going to snap kind of as a single line down through there. Don't be dismayed. That'll be okay. I can come back, and since it will be two separate lines. Yeah, see how it's kind of. I'm just going to go ahead and let it do that, so I get a pretty good even thing here, and then I can come back out here on these ends and kind of pull them apart, and then grab here in the middle, kind of pull them out, and once I get everything separated, I can lock the ends. Oops, sorry, that drew another one. And you got to be careful about having your cursor over these things. Oh, and I know another thing I didn't do, which was to change my spacing. So to do that, I want to come down to my curve here, and I'm going to change that to, let's try 0.75 to start, and see how that does. And I may want to change my brush size as well. So here, let's get in here. This might give me a little bit smoother curve. Let's see, will it get one more in there? No, it went a little too far. See how that does. Yeah, it looks okay. So now I can just kind of pull these apart a little bit. And it's okay if they're squiggling all over the place. I can fix that when I first make length, and all that's good. If it's too short, then try increasing your brush size. If it's too long, try decreasing your brush size. This one's looking pretty good. So I just want to separate these some, and now I'm going to lock the start, lock the ends, and you can still move the start and ends by explicitly grabbing them, but you see if I grab here in the middle, it's not going to move the start or the end, so I can kind of pull these things out, start to get some separation out of them. Let's see, I think I'm going to unlock the end, that way I can pull these guys right out here to the end. See how they look. Try to get them about the same spacing. Yeah, so now I'm going to leave the start locked and just start moving things out here. Yeah, let's get these there on the edge. See how that looks. That's looking pretty good. And if your lines start to kind of bump and kink and all that, you can come to the curve functions and smooth them, and you'll see the line, you'll see it kind of straighten out, but it doesn't look like anything's happening. So smooth it like that, and you see the line kind of smooths out. All you need to do then is click it again, and that should smooth it up quite well. Make sure I've still got my start locked yet, because I want to move these back out now. Just try to keep a little bit of tension on it as you move things out. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let's see, get these. And definitely watch some of the videos on this, because I'm doing this fairly quick and dirty, and I'm not, there's a lot that I'm not showing. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to do a second row through here. So to do that, to start the second row, if I just come over here and click and start drawing things, it's going to delete what I've done and start a new one. So let me undo that. But to preserve it, all you do is just come over here and click on the mesh somewhere, and that'll drop the line. So now I'm just going to come over and start a new one. Can I get one more in there? I think that one will be okay once I start tugging it back in here. I want to make this as long as I can. And so now let's just start separating these. Yeah, see how it flattened back out once I pulled it in. Let's get some separation on these guys. All right, yeah, that looks good. Let's see, let's pull the start up. See, about right there. And now I can just kind of move everything. So I want to stagger these a little bit. So let's see, let's unlock the start. Kind of move. And just kind of move those in as one. Also, you'll note that my point count is going up considerably. As I draw these, it looks like it's putting about 700,000 in every time. Okay, that's looking pretty good. See, not too happy with what's happening out here, so I may end up getting rid of some of these, or else maybe pulling them in. Let's see what happens here. Now let me try locking the end and seeing if I can smooth it out a little bit. Alright, yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. I may have to just come in and draw a few out here on the end individually. So once I've got that, I'm just going to turn off symmetry now and just make sure your cursor is flat on here. Yeah, like that. Before you draw these out, because otherwise it will kind of poke off in a weird direction. Oh, and what I forgot to do was click on the object to drop the brush line. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's unlock the end and just kind of drag it. Put the centers up a little bit better. Alright, that looks pretty good. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll probably just draw a single one in right here, just to kind of close everything off. So to do that, what I'll do is just drop out, or first let me drop that to the model. I'll just drop out of curve mode and come over here, and may want to rotate around so I can kind of see the length of this thing. I can always reposition it. Looks to be about right. A little bit short, but I think it'll be okay. And since it's masked, I can use my move tools to just kind of move it out. I may need to make more than one of these. Let's see. And I'll hold Control and drag. That makes a new one. Just drop it there. Let's look around, see if there's any others that I need to pull in. Might want to put one back up in there. So I'm just gonna hold Control and drag. We'll put it in there just in case. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's see, let's try one more out here on the end. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see, they're all a little bit tight out there on the end, and it looks like I've got some room here towards the back. So while I've got this one active, I am going to pull it back in a little bit. Yeah. And now since these things are all separate polygroups, I can split them out if I want. Let's do Shift F and you might see it. Yeah. So what I want to do is, while this thing is set here, is do a split, group split, and that should then split it out. Yeah, it looks like I've got a few stragglers here, but that's okay. I can just merge them all together, and I'll do that when I come back.